A normal shift. At first, it was a slow weekday afternoon. No rush, no chaos. Just a few customers browsing, soft music playing, and me behind the counter trying to survive another shift. I worked at a mid-sized electronics store. Nothing fancy, phones, accessories, small appliances. Corporate policies, printed rules, cameras everywhere. Refunds were simple. Receipt required, buy item within return window. Item undamaged. Easy. Until she walked in. Enter the entitled customer. She slammed the door open like it personally offended her. Late 40s, perfect hair, designer bag. That unmistakable expression that said, "Someone is getting yelled at today." She marched straight to the counter. "I need a refund," she said. No greeting, no explanation. Just demand. I smiled professionally. Of course. "May I see your receipt?" She sighed dramatically. "I don't have it." Red flag number 1. The story changes. I kept my tone calm. "Do you remember the phone number or card used for the purchase?" She rolled her eyes. "No, and I don't see why that matters." I explained the policy. She interrupted. "This item doesn't work. I want my money back now." I looked at the box. Opened, used, scratches on the surface. "Ma'am, without proof of purchase, I can only offer store credit." That's when her face changed. The first explosion. "I don't want store credit," she snapped. "I want my money." I repeated the policy. She leaned over the counter. "I spend thousands of dollars here." I nodded. "I still need a receipt." She laughed, short, sharp, angry. "Are you refusing me service?" I knew this tone. The escalation had begun. "She demands a manager." "I want your manager." Of course she did. I called him. While we waited, she crossed her arms and muttered loudly enough for other customers to hear. Unbelievable. They hire idiots now. I don't have time for this. Every sentence was meant to embarrass me. I stayed quiet, because silence drives people like her crazy. The manager arrives. My manager, Alex, came out. Calm, professional, unbothered. She launched into her speech immediately. "I bought this here. It's defective. He's refusing to refund me." Alex asked one question. "Do you have the receipt?" "No." "Then store credit is the best we can do." She stared at him like he'd personally betrayed her. "You're joking." He wasn't. The ultimatum. She leaned in closer. "I am in a hurry." Alex nodded. "I understand. So refund me." He smiled politely. "We cannot." That's when she said the sentence that changed everything. "Well then, I'm not leaving until I get my money." Malicious compliance begins. Alex glanced at me, then back at her. "All right," he said calmly. "You can wait." Her smile returned. She thought she'd won. She had no idea what waiting actually meant. The clock starts. Alex went back to the office. I stayed at the counter. She stood there. 1 minute passed. Then 5. Then 10. She tapped her foot. "Hello?" I smiled. "Yes?" "How long is this going to take?" I checked the system. "We're still reviewing your case." That was technically true. Other customers come first. The store started getting busier. Alex instructed us quietly. "Help everyone else first." And we did. Customers walked in, bought items, returned items with receipts, left happy. She stood there watching, waiting, fuming. 30 minutes in, she slammed her hand on the counter. "This is ridiculous." I looked at the clock. "Ma'am, you said you weren't in a hurry anymore." Her jaw dropped. "I never said that." Alex appeared again. "You said you weren't leaving." Silence. She realized her mistake. The threat. "I'm calling corporate." Alex nodded. "Take your time." She stepped aside and called. Loudly. Exaggerated. Pointing at us while lying. We didn't interrupt, because policy was on our side. 1 hour passes. She sat down, checked her phone, checked the door, checked the counter. Every few minutes. Any update? Every time. Still processing. Technically true. We were processing. Her patience. Her attitude changes. At about 90 minutes in, her tone shifted. Less yelling. More pleading. Can't you just make an exception? Alex shook his head. Policy hasn't changed. Her power was gone. The final moments. At 2 hours and 3 minutes, Alex approached her. We have an update. She jumped up. Yes? We can offer store credit. Or you can leave. She stared at him. Defeated, tired, humiliated. She grabbed the store credit and left without another word. We thought it was over. After she stormed out with the store credit, the store felt lighter. Customers smiled again. The tension disappeared. Alex looked at me and said, "She's not coming back." He was wrong. The corporate email. The next morning, Alex called me into the office. Corporate reached out, he said. My stomach tightened. He turned the monitor toward me. There it was. A long email from her. She claimed, "We refused service. We intentionally delayed her. We humiliated her in front of customers. I was unprofessional and hostile. Classic, she conveniently left out. No receipt. Broken return policy. Her refusal to leave," Alex scrawled, then smiled. What she didn't know. Alex clicked open the attachment section. Cameras. Every angle. Audio. Timestamps. 2 full hours of her demanding, her refusing store credit, her saying she wasn't leaving, her insulting staff. Corporate policy loves one thing more than angry customers. Documentation. Corporate responds. 3 days later, we got the reply. Short. Professional. Devastating. Corporate concluded, policy was followed correctly. Staff acted professionally. No refund authorized. Store credit already exceeded goodwill. And then the best line. Customer has been flagged for abusive behavior. She was officially marked. She came back. A week later, she returned. Same bag, same attitude, different energy. She walked up to the counter slowly. Didn't yell, didn't slam anything. "I want to use my store credit." I smiled. Of course. I scanned it. Paused. Then looked up. "I'm sorry, Mom. This credit is non-transferable and final sale only." Her eyes widened. "What?" "That means no returns. No exceptions." She opened her mouth. Closed it. She knew. The quiet defeat. She bought something small. Didn't complain. Didn't argue. Didn't look anyone in the eye. And when she left, she waited. For nothing. No power. No leverage. No control. Just a door closing behind her. What I learned. Entitled people rely on one thing. Pressure. The moment you remove urgency. The moment you stay calm. The moment you follow rules without emotion. They collapse. She didn't lose money that day. She lost control. Part 23, the final irony. 2 hours felt long for her. But for us, it was just policy. The end. I still work customer service. I still smile. And every time someone says, "I'm not leaving until I get what I want," I check the clock. Because time is very patient.